On One Life to Live, Karen's torn between staying with a man who loves her.
It's almost as if she's trying to hide something, as if she's afraid to tell me something.
And running away with a man who wants her.
Karen!
I'm not letting you in!
I'm not leaving this door until I can come in there and hold you in my arms!
What I'm going to do is I'm going to go up there tomorrow. I'm going to talk with Karen.
She loves you so much. There is nothing to worry about.
Caught in conflict, lost in love on One Life to Live. Weekdays.
Thursday. How would you feel if you caught your kids at an adult movie?
You don't think I've been enjoying this, do you?
Joni loves Chachi. Then Jenny runs away from home.
I've got to learn what it feels like to suffer.
Order the meatloaf.
Star of the family. Then Monroe's in love.
With a human being?
And when Henry meets her,
What's going on in there?
it's too close for comfort. Then Grandma gets sick.
What is it?
I think it's ginger ale.
It takes two.
Tonight on ABC. The Fonz and Rocky tomorrow night at 11:45.
Nancy?
Oh, honey, I hope you didn't dig into that chocolate cake. You know, that's for tomorrow.
Who, me? You know I wouldn't do a thing like that.
Oh, sure.
Well, it was quite a festive evening, wasn't it? Looks like the Whitney Theater is going to be a success. Obviously, the play's a hit, and Jim Dietrichson tells me they have a heavy advance sale. It has all the sweet smell of success.
Yes, I was really very pleased for everyone involved, but especially for Gavin and Jim, because they worked so hard to pull it through.
I can't say that Skylar Whitney seemed very happy this evening. Did you see much of him at the party?
Well, he was in a peculiar kind of mood, but then it was a peculiar kind of party.
Oh, yes. The drama didn't stop just because the curtain came down, did it?
No, the little dramas just kept moving along.
Well, the most dramatic thing to me was the fact that Raven came with Ian Devereaux.
Honey, that doesn't mean that she's going to cooperate in David's investigation.
I just wish I'd gotten a chance to talk to her.
Well, that was impossible. Too many people at the party, but I did talk to her.
You did? When?
Yeah, just a little while ago I phoned her. While you were downstairs. Not eating the chocolate cake.
Well, what did she say? Did you ask her about Devereaux?
Yes, I did. I tried to be as discreet as I could, but don't think for 1 minute that I fooled her.
Well, come on. Don't keep me in suspense. Did she say why she was seeing Devereaux again?
Honey, one thing is very clear. Raven has no intention of cooperating with the investigation. She said that we are wrong in thinking that Ian Devereaux would in any way, at any time, involve himself in anything as unsavory as spying. And she says that David Cameron and his entire department are mistaken about him, too.
Unfortunately, the CEA knows a lot more about the man than Raven does.
Sweetheart, I tried to impress her with the importance of the project, but I guess I just wasn't persuasive enough. So, if indeed she does continue seeing Ian Devereaux, it'll only be because she wants to make Sky Whitney jealous.
If she's only interested in personal gain, she'll be no help at all in leading us to that list of undercover agents.
Devereaux.
Pascal.
And where there is Pascal, there is death.
Well, really, Pascal, must you be so damned melodramatic?
And you're always so careless. It pleases me to see that some things never change.
I suppose the next thing you're going to ask me to do is to hand over my gun.
Quite so. Between two old friends, guns are an insult and an embarrassment. Don't you think so?
Of course.
Shall we? must say you're looking very well, Ian. Quite fit indeed. And you've put on weight. I can only attribute it to the good life, my friend.
Since I'm supposed to be your friend, why didn't you enter my house the friendly way? Via the front door?
As you said, I like the melodramatic. Also, I had an idea you might not be alone. And I would rather not go public with this visit. It is a private matter.
Concerning.
What else? The phone book. Shall we talk?
The Edge of Night is brought to you by new Head and Chest Cold Medicine. Head and Chest helps clear your head and chest. And by Ivory Soap for clean, healthy-looking skin.
What do you do with a husband who insists you look better without makeup?
When your skin's as pretty as Diane's, you don't need a lot of makeup. That's why I wrote and told Ivory about my Ivory girl.
It's true. With healthy-looking skin, you don't need much else. Maybe just a little mascara. I do try to eat right, get enough rest, and I always wash with Ivory. I've tried other soaps, but they leave things like deodorants and heavy perfumes on your face. Not Ivory. Ivory gives me a natural kind of clean. I think that's a key to healthy-looking skin.
Healthy-looking skin. Ivory can help you have it, too.
Being called an Ivory girl, it's a compliment.
If you know a healthy-looking Ivory girl like Diane, write and tell us.
Hey, what's your problem?
Got a cold.
There are dozens of cold medicines. Take your pick, Mac.
My cold's in my chest, too.
Oh, you do have a problem. Try Head and Chest. It's brand new.
Head and chest is different?
Mm-hmm. Different from the leading cold medicine because it helps clear your head and clear your chest.
New Head and Chest clears your head by draining nasal passages so you can breathe easy with no drowsiness. And the difference in Head and Chest is the moisturizing action that loosens and helps get rid of chest congestion.
Hey, Head and Chest works.
Uh-huh. There are dozens of cold medicines, but there's only one named Head and Chest.
New Head and Chest works. Clears your head and clears your chest.
Hello, Scott.
Evening, Spencer. Nice night.
Yes.
Oh, there's some pretty good cognac back there. Help yourself.
Thank you. How was your evening?
Professionally, it was a big success. Show was a hit. Sold out house. Should have been there.
Well, I'll catch a show sometime this week.
Yeah, Dieterson tells me there's a healthy advance sale, too, which I imagine is a good sign.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess it's good to have the family name involved with one of the major cultural institutions in town. Good publicity, that sort of thing, but my interests lie in other areas.
WMON?
Yeah, WMON, WM. You know, I've been thinking of changing the call letters of the station. What do you think?
Well, to what?
Oh, I don't know. My initials come to mind. WSGW, that kind of has a ring to it, don't you think?
Well, I wouldn't, Sky. You'd have to change the station's logo, and it's too familiar an image with the public right now. You'd also have to get an FCC approval, which means more red tape.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Anyway, it's not always an advantage to have your name associated with your business projects.
What do you mean?
Well, I was thinking of the Whitney Machine Tool Company.
Oh, yeah, those damn foreign bribes.
Worst thing about it is the man at the top usually bears the brunt of things, even if he's innocent, but I think we can avoid those problems. We'll clean house. We'll fire the men who are responsible.
Yeah.
We'll prove that they took the authority into their own hands, and we'll spare you from the feds.
Well, it shouldn't be difficult to prove that I didn't give him authority for those bribes. Hell, I'm not even sure I know what a Whitney tool die is.
Well, we just have to keep this thing quiet, whatever else we do. That's the one certain thing.
So we'll keep it quiet, that's all. Is there some reason why we couldn't keep it quiet?
No, no reason.
Oh, good. Last thing I need is my name involved in a scandal. Now I've got an FCC license to protect.
Well, don't worry about it, Sky. I'll take care of it. Well, I'll be turning in.
Yeah, good night, Smith.
By the way, Sky, I've decided not to have that interview with the prospective housekeeper tomorrow.
That's okay. I found from those other interviews that was not my favorite preoccupation.
Yeah, I've been thinking that it's the right thing to do to give Nora one more chance. Good night.
Good night.
Oh, you should have been here tonight, baby. I tell you, I think that party cost Whitney a bundle.
He can afford it.
Yeah, well, you should have seen some of the chicks in the cast, too. I mean, you know how actresses are. That kind of wild.
They must have been. The house was a wreck.
Well, I wouldn't worry about it too much if I were you. I mean, I don't think you're going to be here much longer.
I wouldn't be too sure if I were you.
Oh, yeah? How come?
Were the Kavanaughs invited?
No.
I didn't think so.
So why the hell did you ask?
No reason.
Well, you sure got a hate on for those people, don't you?
I never realized how much I hate them until now. Smug, sanctimonious know-it-alls. And hypocrites. If you knew what I know about Dr. Kavanaugh.
Oh? Just what do you know?
What do you think this list of names is? Shelley Jackson, Maxine Wright, Georgina Masters, Tammy Dryden. Come on, guess.
I don't know. Let's see. Maybe a female rock band?
Not likely.
Well, then who?
Old girlfriend of Dr. Kavanaugh, staff at the hospital where he used to work. Poor patients must have died of neglect.
And just how do you know these women?
A friend of mine, Barbara, has a real good memory. Wouldn't it be a gas? A reunion of all of them at the Kavanaugh penthouse with Nicole serving tea and little cucumber sandwiches. What a hoot.
Hey, I thought this guy was your doctor, so how come you're down on him all of a sudden?
It's not all of a sudden. He had the nerve to accuse me. Never mind.
Okay.
I went to the hospital this afternoon to see Mitzi Martin.
What for?
An errand of mercy. I feel responsible for that poor, crippled, disfigured creature. I mean, my car hit her accidentally. Hey, come to bed.
Boy, I think I got some kind of headache.
Eight, 7, 8, and 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, carry to 1.
Don't you want the calculator?
Nah, I don't trust those damn things. Now, there it is. Total of today's receipts. Take a look.
Well, could have done better, I guess.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing myself.
Listen, I never told you I found the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow here. It stays right around that figure except for holidays. Look, I'm sorry, Eddie, but that's the way it is.
No, not to worry. I got it all figured out. I think I know a way where we can wind up making twice the money. All we got to do is double the prices.
And cut the clientele in half?
No, listen, baby, if we can wind up keeping just a little more than half of our regular customers, we come out better in the long run, right? Now, come on, it adds up.
I guess so.
And besides, I've been looking over these checks. Another thing we got to do is we got to stop with these house accounts. Everything on the cuff. I mean, come on, we're not a bank. We're a restaurant. You understand? We deal in cash. Oh, and I got a terrific idea for Sunday night. Here's what we do. You see, like about 10:30, after... Sid, you're not listening to a word I'm saying. Now, come on, what's wrong?
I'm sorry. It's just been one of those days, I guess.
You know, something's been bothering you ever since you come back from the hospital. Now, look, that kid Mitzi's gonna be okay. She's gonna come out of this thing smelling like a rose. You said so yourself, baby.
Yeah, she's gonna make it okay.
So? You just sad, is that it?
Yeah, I'm sad. And I'm mad. Tonight was the opening of the Whitney Theater, and Mitzi should be up there on that stage and not in a hospital room.
Hey, those are the breaks. Come on, that's life. I mean, accidents happen every day. You know that.
That's what's bothering me, Eddie. I think maybe that this wasn't an accident at all.
You know, you mentioned something at the beginning. You thought there was something wrong.
Yeah, I overheard something at the hospital. I heard this woman, Nora Fulton, talking to Gunther Wagner, and from what I heard, it sounds to me like she was sitting in that car all day just waiting to hit Mitzi.
Oh, come on now, Sid. You can't go around accusing people of doing things like that. I mean, it was that same kind of a thing that almost put me in a slammer. You know, that kind of a misunderstanding.
I didn't misunderstand what I heard. Nora Fulton tried to kill Mitzi. And I would go to the police and ask them to arrest her, but I don't have any proof. I don't have anything, and there is nothing anyone can do about it.
Look, Sid, come on. You can't get yourself all worked up about this thing now. It's no good for you, baby.
Well, it's worse for Mitzi, and Nora Fulton is going to get away with it.
You know, cops aren't the only ones who can solve these kind of problems. There are ways to deal with those kind of people. There are lots of ways.
Shelley Jackson, Maxine Wright, Georgina Masters, Tammy Dryden.
I love beautiful hair. Making it beautiful is the art of my profession.
Uh-huh.
Yet there are women who perm beautifully at home with lilt. You see, the key is in the roll-up. A bad roll-up shows frizzes. A good roll-up, beautiful curls. Only Lilt has these amazing sponges. They grip better, roll up better, for more beautiful hair. Lilt sponges help you roll up so professionally. It even makes me a little jealous.
Lilt's professional touch. Beautiful.
Come on, man, you got it, please, Space Cadet. Well,
come on.
Just for a second. Let me turn this chicken off.
I got you. Now I got you. Whoa.
The chicken?
We left it soaking.
Mom got spaced out, huh, Dad?
Won't the chicken taste greasy?
Not with Crisco oil.
Great.
Not greasy.
Told you. Space Cadet.
Crisco oil for fried foods that taste great, not greasy.
Did you brush your teeth yet?
Math test tomorrow.
Can't help you with metrics.
I thought you knew everything.
Hey, I do about some things, like cavities.
Oh.
I know you could get even fewer than I did.
How you know that?
Because I know advanced formula cress has fluorostat.
So?
Compared to the cress I grew up on, it's even tougher.
My homework's tougher, too.
Quit worrying. You always make Mom and me real proud.
With Crest, your kids could have even fewer cavities than you did.
What are you thinking about?
That chocolate cake in the refrigerator?
No, you're not. You think about the same thing I am.
I know. I just don't know how to solve the problem, that's all.
Neither can I. Without Raven's help.
She just doesn't understand how vital it is to get that list before Devereaux does. Or to be more accurate, right after he does.
It isn't as though it would be a terrible experience. I mean, honey, it could work because he's really taken by her. And she said that she finds him attractive.
Yes, she did.
She likes the man. She sent him her picture.
How do you know that?
I heard him thank her for it at the party tonight. They were joking about it. He said that he took exception to the fact that she wrote fondly, Raven. He felt it should have been a stronger expression of her esteem. And she laughed and said she hoped that he would put it someplace appropriate in his home so that it wouldn't get lost in, an album with all the rest of his conquests.
Well, why would she send him a photograph if she didn't expect it to mean something to him?
I don't know. Maybe he asked for it. Maybe she sent it to him on a whim.
Well, don't ask me to explain Raven Alexander. That lady is far too complex for a mind as simple as mine. She's like a pendulum swinging back and forth, and where she stops, nobody knows.
Hi, this is so bizarre. You're a district attorney. I'm a crime reporter, and all this is government business.
I don't like being involved any more than you do. But we are part of the government just by being citizens. Sorry, I don't have a flag to wave.
I suppose it is a duty of sorts.
I don't think we're unique, Nancy. I'm sure the CEA must have recruited hundreds of ordinary people to help them. They just recruited 2 more.
And now they want a third, the most important one. And of all people, it has to be Raven.
You're an old hand at this game, Pascal. Surely you must know I don't actually have the phone book. If I did, I would have made a transaction long ago and disappeared to the South Seas or some other exotic locale.
Yes, I know you don't have it. Otherwise, you would have sent me a postcard. Also, I know you hired our old friends, the Foleys, to do some field work for you here in the United States. And you wouldn't have done that if you had the document.
Then you must know that the Foleys are dead. An auto accident.
Fleeing from the police. Unfortunately, George was such a good bridge partner.
Not unfortunately for me. If the police had caught them, they would have made them talk. So, I'm sorry I cannot be of any use to you, but there's no use talking to a complete failure, is there?
Sometimes we have to compromise, don't we?
I don't follow you.
You see, it isn't the phone book I'm interested in at the moment. At the moment, I would be perfectly happy to have a sample.
A sample?
Stop looking like a choir boy, my dear fellow. You know perfectly well you extracted a sample page from the phone book. Perhaps it's only a scrap, but nonetheless I know that you received it from Mr. Jefferson Brown in Lucerne. He gave it to you as proof of the value of his possession.
That's fiction, Pascal. Pure fiction. It doesn't exist.
I want that sample, Devereaux.
It doesn't exist except in your imagination.
I like you, my friend. I do. You're a very interesting adversary, and they're very hard to come by these days. But I will cheerfully see you in hell unless I get what I want. Shall I begin the countdown?
Feeling any better?
This cold's the worst.
Here's some aspirin for the aching and fever.
But I'm also sniffling, sneezing, coughing. My head's stuffy, and tonight I gotta rest.
I was supposed to get you a sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, stuffy head fever so you can rest medicine?
That's NyQuil. Relieves aches and fever plus other symptoms. Aspirin doesn't.
NyQuil.
Sure wish I had some.
Be right back.
NyQuil, the nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, stuffy head fever so you can rest medicine.
On General Hospital, Holly's long wait is over.
Luke is here. He's come to get us.
But her joy is cut short by danger.
Dear God, no! Get back!
General Hospital.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? If you kill me, old boy, you'll never know if the sample exists or not, and you'll sure as hell never find it if it does.
Very trite, Ian. That's what the condemned man always says.
Does he? Well, it's true, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I suppose that's why he always says it. Tell me, who's the lovely lady?
That's my cousin.
I'm not a fool. No man in the world has a cousin who looks like that. Who is she?
She's an acquaintance.
Lovely. Lovely. Fondly Raven. An unusual name that would make her easy to find. I would like to meet this lady.
You two wouldn't get on.
She has very fine features. Not unlike the features of your old friend Daniela in Rome.
She's nothing like Daniela.
Of course, it's hard to remember what Daniela looked like once.
You don't alarm me, Pascal. I hardly know this girl. You'd be hurting an innocent young woman for no reason.
It would be a shame to mar such perfection. And yet so easy. Just a few brief strokes with the sharpest of blades.
Damn you, Pascal. You're wasting your time. Brown gave me no sample. And as for this woman...
You mean this woman you love?
Now look, Pascal. I've done you favors in the past. Now I'm calling them in.
Please, Ian, I beg you, save this beautiful woman from ugliness. Save me the pain of doing what I must do, what you know I will do.
Sure enjoying that Skippy peanut butter sandwich.
Mom says it's very nutritious.
Egg salad's nutritious, so is bologna.
But ounce for ounce, Skippy has more protein than egg salad, bologna, many sandwich foods, and no cholesterol.
Hey, Annette, want to try the trampoline?
I think I'd rather have a bite of your Skippy sandwich.
Okay.
When it comes to good nutrition, it's hard to beat Skippy Creamy.
And Super Chunk.
Tonight, Benson digs in to prove that the governor's old gardener shouldn't be forced to retire. Danny Thomas guest stars on Benson. Then life gets even odder for the new odd couple when Felix's ex-wife moves in. And Ralph and Pam are in a fog when Maxwell sends them on a tropical island vacation, but things clear up when Bill appears with a scheme to recover a stolen plane on the greatest American hero. After, the royal heirs could be in hot water when they try to save the king from cannibals on The Quest.
On election night, more Americans watched ABC News than any other network. And the people of ABC News called more races first than the other two networks combined. We promised you something special election night, and we kept our word. ABC News.
This is Red Cheek Natural Apple Juice, 100% delicious. And now there's Red Cheek Clear Apple Juice, too. The difference is clear.
This is Stormfield. Coming up on the 5 o'clock Eyewitness News, poisonous gas may have leaked from a Manhattan warehouse being fumigated to get rid of Capra beetles. Officials are testing. We'll have the latest of any possible danger, and we'll have this for you.
Making TV commercials, is it big business or monkey business? I'm Louis Young. I'll have that story coming up, right?
Also, Death and Beyond. Roseanne talks with people who have experienced death and live to tell about it at 5.
Miss Green, do you plan to listen to that music for the rest of the day?
Sure do. Just put in the Energizer.
Of all leading battery brands, nothing outlasts the Energizer from Everready. Nothing outsnaps it. Nothing outadds, outwalks, outplays, outtapes, outshines, outlasts it. Nothing.
If only Miss Green worked as long as the Energizer.
The Energizer, energize for life.
Long life.
Energize me.
After 8 hours of this job, I've had it. But my legs feel like dancing, because I'm wearing Sheer Energy. Sheer Energy pantyhose massages, stimulates, refreshes my legs. And they look great, too.
Sheer Energy makes you feel like dancing.
Great news. Now Sheer Energy comes in a control top style, too.